Hi guys, it's Mandy from Mandyleeplays, and in this video, I'm going to share with you my Mario RPG tier list. I love Mario RPGs. They're one of my favorite from Nintendo, and honestly, I need more. Now this is in celebration for Paper Mario the Thousand Year Door remake coming to the Switch this month, and I'm so excited. Alrighty, I'm not going to spend any more of your time with this intro. Let's get to it. Y'all are probably wondering, hey, how are you going to do the tier list? Well, for that, I got my handy dandy iPad. So the tiers for this tier list are, starting from lowest to highest, we have did not play, trash, okay, good, and amazing. Probably not the most creative things, but hey, it's okay. It gets my point across. Alrighty, so the first game we have is Mario and Luigi's Bowser's Inside Story. Now, for Bowser's Inside Story, I really did not like it compared to the other Mario and Luigi games. If you want to know my full thoughts about Mario and Luigi, please check out my video about it. I worked really hard on it, and it tells you all you need to know about Mario and Luigi and the games. Check it out if you haven't. Now on to Mario and Luigi Bowser's Inside Story. Like I said, it wasn't my favorite in the series, and honestly, it's the most beloved one in the series, so that sucks. But needless to say, it did have a bunch of cool stuff, especially when controlling Bowser and his adventure, and not having Bowser as the main villain was pretty refreshing as well. So I'll give Bowser's Inside Story an okay on the tier list. And the next game is Bowser's Inside Story, the regular one for the Nintendo DS. For the original, I'll put it in okay as well because the game honestly was still good when it was on the DS. The remake did it really good, but the DS version was good as well. So I'm gonna put it in okay. Next, we have the controversial Paper Mario Color Splash. I remember when Color Splash got announced and everybody did not like it at all. Me personally, I liked it for what it was, so nothing special, and I was expecting more because the previous Paper Mario game, Super Paper Mario, was one of my favorites. So when I saw how mid Color Splash was, I was just like, man, Paper Mario is never gonna be the same. And lo and behold, it wasn't. Color Splash is the decline of the Paper Mario series. Well, it started with Sticker Star, but we'll get there. Anyways, Color Splash did not impress anybody, and it did not come out with the splash, it came out with the drip. Yeah, that was probably a bad joke, but I'll leave it in there. So that alone, for being one of the 4 horsemen of bad Paper Mario games, I will confidently put Color Splash in the trash. Yeah, again, it was a good solid Mario game, but it wasn't a Paper Mario game. It wasn't. Not in my heart. Next, we have Mario and Luigi Dream Team. Now, Dream Team is honestly the best. It kind of gets a bad rap because Dream Team was released towards the tail end of Mario RPGs being good. So a lot of people were dissatisfied with Mario RPG games, and unfortunately, a lot of people thought Dream Team was bad. But I'll let you know right now, Dream Team is actually really good, and I highly recommend you guys check it out. It's not my favorite in the Mario and Luigi series, but it's still a really good one, and for me personally, it is better than Bowser's Inside Story. So for that, I'm gonna put Dream Team in good or amazing. Good or amazing. I'm gonna put it in good. I should have put great instead of good. Let me change it a bit. Okay, great. That's more accurate. Next one on the list is Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga. Now, this is the first iteration in the Mario and Luigi series, and I love it for that, and I'll never forget it for that. It's not my favorite, but it's still a really great game, and it has to be my second favorite in the Mario and Luigi series. I just love it from beginning to end. I actually streamed it for you guys, so if you want to check it out, then please do that. But I just had a good old time with that game, and honestly, Superstar Saga is what I like to call the pinnacle of Mario RPG because it has all the elements that make Mario RPG special. The humor is there tenfold, the characters are goofy and lovable, even Bowser. There's a new setting so you're not in the Mushroom Kingdom, and there's a new villain so you're not battling Bowser. Everything I love in a Mario RPG is right there in Superstar Saga. So for that, I am going to put it confidently in the amazing because it is amazing. Next one on the list, I debated on putting this on the list mostly because I don't know if this classifies as a Mario RPG, and that is for Mario and Rabbids Kingdom Battle. Now, it is a tactical RPG, but I assume it's still an RPG. And given the way the game is structured and set up and the story, it's an RPG in my book. Now, Mario plus Rabbids is one of those games where you did not know you wanted, but you did. So when it got announced, I was very skeptical, but once I played it, I was grinning from ear to ear, from beginning to end. It's a very fun game, and it's really, really funny. I love the humor. Sometimes it's a bit try-hardy, but overall it's still a fun adventure and I love it. And the tactical mechanics were very refreshing. I've never played a tactical game like that, and playing Mario and Rabbids was very, very fun because of it. The one thing I didn't really like was the story. I felt like there could have been a bit more there, but nonetheless, it was a fun and wacky adventure. Mario and Rabbids is a testament to just thinking outside the box and trying something new. You don't know what's gonna happen, but you might get something great. So for that, I'm going to put Mario and Rabbids Kingdom Battle in the great category. The next one is the original Mario RPG. Now this one I haven't played because I never played the original game. I think that's why I put the I did not play tier in there, because that's the only one that I did not play. So I'm gonna go ahead and put that in the did not play. Now next is the remake of Mario RPG, and that one I did indeed play, and man was it fun. Now I know why a lot of people were begging for a remake for that game, and as a Mario RPG connoisseur, of course I wanted to check out the OG of the OG, the grandpappy of Mario RPGs. It had all the hallmarks of a fantastic Mario RPG game, and it's the granddaddy of them all. Gotta respect it. And I'm so happy I had the opportunity to play it this year, or last year, well, kind of this year, last year, I don't remember. I do have a first impressions video of it and my live stream if you guys want to check that out, but I just had a blast, loved it. And for that, I'm going to put it in the great category. Next one on the list is Paper Mario the Origami King. Now, I'm gonna say something a bit controversial, but I don't think this game deserves all the hate that it gets. It's actually a really good Paper Mario game. It's way better than Sticker Star, and it's way better than Color Splash, so I'll give it that. It isn't the peak of the 1000-Year Door or Super Paper Mario, but it did have a lot of good things going for it. The humor, the story, and the characters. I understand why people didn't like Origami King as much as the other ones, but I still think it's a very good Paper Mario game, and it was a step up from Sticker Star and Color Splash, and they improved on a lot of things. And another thing is, I really like the battle mechanic. I don't know why, but it's just so different and unique with the little circles that you have to solve the puzzles to hit your enemy. I thought that was very refreshing, and I know a lot of people wanted the return of a turn-based Mario game, especially because Super Paper Mario wasn't that. And I feel like it was a turn-based Paper Mario game. I mean, yeah, it was structured differently, and it wasn't typical, but it was still a turn-based game, and a very unique one at that. So I give it big credits for the gameplay, but I will admit that it didn't have all the stuff that I loved from Paper Mario, and for that I'm going to put it in the okay category. Next is Mario and Luigi Paper Jam. This game was basically every Mario RPG's enthusiast's wet dream, where Mario and Luigi and Paper Mario come together, two titans of the RPG genre clashing. And what do we get? A mediocre game. I kid you not. They fumbled the bag so bad that it was honestly really, really sad. Mostly because there was so much potential for this game, but instead it was the most generic story out of anything we've seen from Paper Mario and Mario and Luigi. It's just astounding how bad that they treated it, but I will give it a little bit of credit. It did have some very funny points, and the gameplay wasn't that bad, especially when you put Paper Mario into the mix. But other than that, the game was mediocre at best, and for that crime against Mario RPG, I'm going to put this game in the trash, where it belongs. So we went from that disappointment to the next pick, and that is Paper Mario the 1000-Year Door. This game was amazing. I was one of those people who thought the 1000-Year Door was overhyped and it did not deserve such a high pedestal, especially when other YouTubers talked about it, or they're comparing the recent Paper Mario game to the 1000-Year Door. I always thought that was unfair and that the game was overhyped. But when I played it, Little did I know the game was hyped because it's actually really good. It's my favorite Paper Mario game and I love it so much. The humor, the characters, the partners, the gameplay, this game has it all. Now I know why people hail this game as peak Paper Mario, because it is peak Paper Mario. And I'm so excited for everyone who's gonna play it for the first time with the remake. I wish I could Man in Black my mind and erase it so I could play it for the first time again. But unfortunately, I can't. But I'm still gonna enjoy it and love it. And I hope everybody enjoys it as well. So for this masterpiece, there's only one place I could put it, and that is in the amazing tier, because it is amazing. Next we have the original Paper Mario. Now this one's really good, and it's what started all the Paper Mario games. So for that, I will respect it. It's not the best though. Some of the sections weren't as fun, and you could tell like it's the first iteration of something great. So it's still really good, it just needs some polishing. But with that being said, it is the first game in this series and I did enjoy it very well. And for that, I will put it in the great category. Alrighty, now moving on to Mario and Luigi Partners in Time, my personal favorite Mario and Luigi game. Now this one is a bit divisive in the fan base. A lot of people did not like it, but I loved it. And I'm not just saying that because I'm a hipster and I love things that everyone hates and I hate things that everyone loves. No, I love this game since it came out. The story was really cool and even somewhat scary at some points, but the whole gimmick of baby Mario and Luigi teaming up with older Mario and Luigi was great, especially when it came to the gameplay. The gameplay was solid. It might be a little awkward because you have to control 4 different characters, but honestly, once you get the hang of it, the gameplay is super fun. Now, they really toned it up with the sci-fi themes in this entry with the whole alien invasion and the time traveling thing, which doesn't really make sense, but it's okay because it's a Mario game. It doesn't really have to make a whole lot of sense. It served the purpose in the story and it was just amazing and I loved it. And it's my favorite, so for that, I am going to put it, you guessed it, in the amazing tier. Next we have the sequel to Mario and Rabbids Kingdom Battle, and that is Mario and Rabbids Sparks of Hope. Now this one was great, and it improved on a lot of things that Kingdom Battle didn't have, so that's always good to hear in a sequel. The one downside is the voice acting could get pretty weird, and I felt like the jokes didn't really land as hard as the first game. It's still really funny, don't get me wrong, but some of them kind of made me cringe a little bit. But other than that, the game is fantastic. If you loved Kingdom Battle, you'll love Sparks of Hope. For that, I am going to put it right next to Paper Mario in the great tier. Now we have the culprit to a lot of people's anger when it comes to Mario RPG games, and that is Paper Mario Sticker Trash. I mean Sticker Star, my bad. So Sticker Star was a thing that happened. The thing that a lot of people didn't like is it didn't feel like a Paper Mario game. It felt like a good Mario game, maybe, but not a Paper Mario game. Because Paper Mario is known for its wacky adventures and seeing all these new kingdoms and experiencing a good story, which Paper Mario Sticker Star sorely lacked. Especially coming off of the 1,000-Year Door and Super Paper Mario, it was like tonal whiplash. And this whole sticker mechanic thing got really old really fast. It didn't really feel fun to battle enemies, it felt more of a chore to me. Sticker Star did usher the decline of Mario RPG games because it was just that bad. It didn't deliver, it didn't do anything new, it didn't even do the old stuff right. Now, if you love Sticker Star, I totally respect that. To some extent, I think it's a good Mario game, but to say it's a good Paper Mario game is like, that's not it, chief. Sticker Star encapsulates everything that people hate in a Paper Mario game. Boring story, boring characters, boring gameplay, just being boring. So I'm gonna put Sticker Trash where it belongs, in the trash. Nice. Sticker Star is like the leader of the 4 horsemen of bad Mario RPG games. Next on the list is my second favorite Paper Mario game, and that is Super Paper Mario. Now, a lot of people didn't like it because the gameplay took a big overhaul where you don't go into this RPG style combat. It's more like you just stomp on the enemies and they die. For me, I thought that was a good change of pace, but I do acknowledge that it kind of takes away from the RPG-ness. It kind of played like a platformer now thinking about it. But besides the gameplay, what I loved the most was the story. The story was so impactful. It was nothing groundbreaking, but for a Mario game and an RPG Mario game, it was one of the best. And a lot of people agree with me on that. It had a lot of cool concepts and original characters. The story was moving and heartbreaking. I'm not gonna spoil it, but it was just amazing. The characters are written so well. Princess Peach from Super Paper Mario has to be one of my favorite Peach iterations because of her personality. And there's also Bowser, Mario, Luigi. You got the whole gang there. And it was one of my personal favorites and my sister's favorite while we were growing up. So for that, I'm going to put it where it belongs, in the amazing tier. Now the last one is pretty quick because it's the remake of Superstar Saga. So I'm just gonna put it where Superstar Saga is, and that is in the amazing tier. I did play the original on stream because the remake was for the 3DS and I unfortunately cannot stream a 3DS game. So that is my tier list. Tell me yours in the comments down below, and also let me know if you have a tier list idea that you would want to see me do. Please like this video if you liked, and please consider subscribing if you love RPG content and things of that nature. Would appreciate it. I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of the day, and as always, play a good game. Peace, peace.